question is, and I'll ask it. So my question, I don't know if anybody knows this, but a couple of years ago, we engaged with, or we're thinking about signing up with, I think it's the Terra Verde.
That was my question that I submitted as well.
Yeah, and are we using them, and are they doing the energy management systems and all that kind of stuff? Does anybody know that?
What I do know is that we had conversations with them, but we did not enter into a contract for energy management services.
No, so we did have in the past, we did get money from them, and we did have behavior modification. We did have people who were set up to, this is now, I'm thinking 5 years has gone by now since we did this. So my question was actually, in the energy utilization numbers that you guys came up with, I'm wondering whether for the sites that already have solar, are they, in terms of behaviors, is it possible that people aren't as concerned about the energy that they're using because they know they have solar, for example? And I didn't know if that was something that you had any thoughts on.
Well, and that may be something that I couldn't make them subject matter experts in 9 weeks. So there's a lot that you could ask them about what it was like being an intern and doing the data, processing. But on that particular question, that's where, some of my experience actually doing these kinds of energy programs in districts around the country might be helpful. But energy management systems use technology to control and put parameters around energy use. Energy behavior modification programs are very different. And in the long run, a lot of times these programs will hire retired superintendents to talk to, active duty superintendents to say, you don't have to do any capital up front. So it's a great deal. You can save money, but you don't have to invest anything up front. And the problem with that is that a couple things. First of all, when the behavior modification consultants, the energy pests, go away, a lot of times your energy savings do as well. And in the end, if you had some of the energy savings to keep, you would have had a lot more in your pocket. You could have done a lot more with that than you could have by paying out of your energy savings for those behavior modification programs. Studies have shown, and my own experience in other school districts has shown, that we actually are able to save considerable more energy with the use of technology rather than the pestering patrol going around leaving sticky notes to turn off your computer at the end of the day.
True, I know, but it would be interesting to know which of our schools we already have energy management systems. We have the thermostats and things like that in a lot of our schools, so it'd be interesting to have a follow-up on a comparison of which of our schools have those energy management systems already compared to your data. I'd like to see that.
And what I would recommend, and what they are recommending as well, is that the district have a district-wide energy management system rather than a site-by-site energy management system. So that's, I want to be sure that that recommendation is well understood.
So kind of as a follow-up and more towards them.
Yep.
So did you guys have all of the data you needed to make all of the analysis that you could, or which data would you have liked to have had that you didn't have?
Okay, yeah, so we were, at the start there were like a few schools that we were missing, so that was like an issue. I don't remember exactly which ones they were. Yeah, I know Amber was one of them. Yeah, no, that's just stuff there. But as far as like other data, I mean, I don't know if there's anything to be done about it, but like there just isn't records going a certain, time back. So a lot of the stuff we have was only say, a year's worth of data or like a year and a half's worth of data. So, there's only so much you can do with that. But yeah, that's one thing that I was thinking of.
Also, we were forced to make approximations for parking lots and irrigated areas. So we used Google Maps and tried our best, but there is certain margin of error that comes with approximation. Another issue we had was that there were discrepancies in the number of staff at each site, and so that plays a role in the Energy Star scores and how efficient each building is, because of course if you have more or less people, it's going to affect your energy usage.
Okay, I have a question more for
the two trustees on the city liaison, have you talked about anything with the city's climate action plan and partnering with them or anything? That was, I think, a very good recommendation. And could that be something you'd talk about?
Will you be making this presentation to the city? Okay.
We did do energy benchmarking for all the city-owned buildings as well, and we're hoping that we'll be able to be on the city council agenda soon.
Are they better than the schools?
You'll have to wait and find out. Buy the ticket. But I will say this, there are a lot of internship programs out there, and I know that they will tell you this wasn't perfect by any means, but they worked so hard. And there's someone else in the crowd that I want to recognize who was our project manager, and she's cringing right now because she's shy. But please stand up. Celine Leroudier is one of your Amador 2014 graduates. She has a sociology degree from the University of British Columbia, and she not only managed them, she had to manage me. So that was maybe the hardest job. But she really kept us on task and did a phenomenal job of bringing this report to you in a timely manner. So I want to thank her too. She's amazing. But in terms of the energy management system, I'm hoping that we can have further conversations about that. I work in Newark, New Jersey, and their school district has disparate EMSs at different school sites that don't talk to each other, and the district is now going through an expensive process to try and integrate all of those energy management systems at all of their school sites. So I have seen districts go through this, and I hope that we don't have to. We can just learn from those other examples. So thank you all so much, and thanks to Dr. Haglund for coming in and seeing the preview of this, and for all of the staff support that it took in order to get the data that we put together. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Great presentation.